Wouldn't it be great to snowboard on Mars? Let's ask Reto what he thinks about it.
The next one is probably a bit crazy, but same as the other ones. And the next station is called Mars. Switzerland Tourism is teaming up with Kelly Slater, the world famous surfer, to open the first snowboard and ski resort on Mars, probably with Elon Musk together. And they're asking for your advice, Reto. What would you tell them? And where are they completely underestimating the essence of snowboarding and skiing?
What is the purpose? What is the purpose? Technically you can do that. That's no problem. We can fly to the Mars. We can fly to the Moon. We can put on snow domes. We can. I mean, human capacity or our brain. It's able to make that. But that's not the main question. Because when you go in, I just want to give an example. When you go to a restaurant, the cook is excellent, the service is excellent, but you don't feel comfortable into that. You're not going to go back. So it's way more important. What is the atmosphere? What kind of people are in there? Because this is that makes you feel good or not. When you are in an environment with some music aficionados that have the same style, you're going to be open. If you don't like the music, you're going to be angry, or you're gonna, and exactly the same is in sports. It's not who is the best on riding, on the flow. This is a combination, but combining physical movement with socializing. So it's always something, for the body. That's very important. And the spirit and the soul. What is the common beliefs that we have? You have to have more or less, that those beliefs are matching. Then you make a super cocktail. But this is the combination. It's not a technical issue because we can do everything now technical when we see the improvement of AI within the last 2-3 years. I mean, this is mind-blowing, and it will not stop. It will not stop. So we have to emphasize way more in the way we are communicating and getting back to the roots, or getting back circular. What is the driver? These are all tools, but they're not the driver. And we have to always, to try to find out where is emotion, how you're going to express, with the AI. They start to do it, but it's the smell and feel, when you are falling in love, it's completely different. You cannot do it over the AI. So human will be more important in the future, how to deal with that. But I'm positive because I do believe we had, this movement also with the blockchain, to organize so-called DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations. I do believe that it will go way more into smaller pieces, specialized to something, than the huge, big platforms. The platform time for me is over. Because I don't need anymore now with the agents and with the AI or with the GTPs, whatever it is, around. When you take all those, you don't need any more Google. You can ask, you can interfere. You can interfere with the agents. You can interfere with the AI, and so this will change. This will change the world, how we are communicating massive. And the big challenge is also how you're going to realize, how you're going to see, is something, is a fake news or a fact? because you can make it such amazing close to reality. If you're not an expert, is really, or even for experts, it's hard, to see, is this really Reto, or was it his avatar who was created, or whatever it is? Because I already tried last year I made a sequence, and then I spoke perfectly Chinese. So with only 2 minutes, and this was a year ago. Now you can just take out of some 10, 20 seconds, the movement. And I was speaking perfectly Mandarin. Actually, I couldn't understand a word, but thinking by that, you can use it as a weapon, but you also can use it to a positive. And this judgment, I think we have to decide what are the values we want to live to. So you have world values, but the smaller the community is, the more fair it is, because then you know each other. You're way more closer. And that's the advantage of Switzerland, because you have the autonomy is very strongly protected, from the communities before it goes to the canton and then to the state. And no other state has copied the model. We copied it from the Americans, but the referendum, nobody wanted to copy it. Why? Because this makes governing very complicated, because you cannot take a decision, because you always have to wait until the referendum is done, if people are asking for it. But that's very simple nowadays.
Switzerland is the only country in the world that has this type of direct democracy. For the sake of reality to all our listeners, we have to mention that Reto and myself, we are non-AI, we are real, we are here, we are non-AI generated.